to show how you can figure out with the geologic time scale how long a piece of paper would need to be. And you're given the ratio that 1 inch is equal to a million years. So that's going to be important. So we know that Earth is 4.56 billion years, but that's in a different unit. We want it in millions of years. So the first thing that we're going to need to do is convert billions to millions. And in order to do that, we want to think about how many billions are in 1 billion. And the answer is there's 1,000. Right? So 1,000 million equals 1 billion. Once we know that that number, then we can set up, or at least what I want to show you is a very generic way that you can do any kind of conversion. You're going to see me do this a number of times. So this may be kind of laborious and tedious at first, but you're going to get the hang of this the more that you do it. So here's how I would go about doing this conversion. First, we're going to take our billion, 4.56 billion, all right, and now we're going to multiply it by a fraction, and we're allowed to make a fraction as long as that fraction equals 1. So in order for that fraction to equal 1, we'll say 1,000 million over 1 billion. All right. Algebraically, the billions will cancel out, and so the unit that we're going to be left with is millions. And really, all you're doing in this case is multiplying 4.56 times 1,000. So that's our conversion to go from billions to millions. The result, again, is that 4.56 billion years is equal to 4,560 million years. Okay, so now that we've got the units all set, we've got to go back to the original question. If 1 inch equals 1 million years, then how long is our piece of paper? Well, if 1 inch is a million years, then 4,560 million years would have to be 4,560 inches. Right? So there you go. That's a pretty long piece of paper. To put that into perspective, we have that next question of how many feet would that be? And how many miles? I think it's easier to go, like, to me it's just not very intuitive of how many inches are in a mile, right? So what I would suggest is going from convert from inches to feet, and then from feet to miles, right? So we're going to do this in a couple of steps, but again, I would encourage you to do conversions this way because it's easier to catch your mistakes if and when you make them. So if we're going to do some conversions, we need to know what values are. Let's first think about converting from inches to feet. So we know that 12 inches is the same as 1 foot. And then when we want to convert from feet to miles, we know 5,280 feet is 1 mile. You can look this stuff up in your book or just search online. Okay, so here's our first conversion. Right? We're going to take 4,560 inches and we're going to convert it or multiply it by this fraction of 1 foot over 12 inches. And again, we're allowed to do that because 1 foot is the same thing as 12 inches. So mathematically, that fraction is equal to 1. Now notice the number that's not 1 is in the bottom of the fraction. So what this means mathematically, again, is that we're going to take 4,560 and we're going to divide it by 12. When you do that, you get 380 feet. So we're not there yet because, again, what we wanted to try to get were miles. So now we're going to build our fraction again. And our fraction is going to look like, in order to do our conversion from feet to miles, we're going to say 1 mile over 5,280 feet. Remember, I'm putting feet down at the bottom of that fraction because I want to cancel it out in the 380 feet. I want those units to cancel. So the only unit I'm left with is miles. All right, so mathematically we'll divide 380 by 5,280. And when you do that, you get 0.07 miles. So, in summary, if we wanted to make a piece of paper that was that represented all of Earth's history, so 4.56 billion years of Earth's history, and we're going to use the scale of 1 inch equals a million years, then that piece of paper is going to be 4,560 inches long. Or we could say it's going to be 380 feet long, or we could say it's going to be 0.07 miles. Now I'm not going to do the kilometer part here just yet. Let's see if you can practice that one. Again, you'll find what is the conversion from, or how many miles are there in 1 kilometer, or how many kilometers are there in 1 mile. And let's see if